Alright, we're back once again. It's episode 3 of the Mass Effect 2 playthrough. I don't really like doing these intros very much because I think they're retarded and they just waste a lot of time, so this is probably the last time I'm ever going to do it.
Good.
So, if you remember, if you even watched last episode, I said that I was going to talk about some Elle King stuff. In particular, her song X's and the O's.
This is going to be
At
one
least I
tough
think
son
that's
of a
what the
bitch to
song is
take
called.
down.
Who the fuck knows if that's
It's called
actually
X's
what
and
it's
O's.
called? Okay, it is
X's,
called that.
X's and O's. I'll be a fact checker on this one. Just check things.
Alright, so it is called what I thought it was called. X's and the O's. So, the other day...
X's and O's.
Okay, not even the O's, okay. So the other day, I had to go pay my rent, as I live in an apartment building. And the rental office has a big TV in it, and I literally just happened to walk in right as this song was coming on VH1, the X's and the O's song by Elle King. And so that's literally the only reason why I have ever seen it. I have heard the song before, but I have never seen the actual music video. This is the only reason why I even know what the music video is or what the girl even looks like. So, this song is clearly just sexual, just completely overly sexual, to the point where the girl is pretty much just feeling guys. I mean, she pretty much just does feel a guy up in the music video. There's a scene where she puts her hand right down some guy's pants. So, when I was watching it, this overwhelming feeling just kept coming up of, like,
rage.
Rage a little bit, but mostly, I just kept, like, qualifying, maybe characterizing is the right word, but characterizing the girl, Elle King, I guess is whatever her name is. So, when I watched the video, I just had this overwhelming thought about, it just kept coming into my head. I recognize this girl. I feel like I know what this girl is. I feel like I ran into these girls in high school, and this is what my analysis of this girl is.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
And I hope you agree with this. I hope this makes sense. Maybe not to any of my viewers, but to me this makes sense, and I think this is really true.
Have to hide.
I watched this video, and all I kept thinking was, this girl is maybe a little bit attractive, but she's kind of chubby. She's kind of fat in a way. She is fat. She's kind of fat, but she is kind of attractive. And the thing that I kept thinking is, this is one of those girls in high school that you see who is not attractive enough to be one of the really popular girls that gets all the really like jock guys and like the football team and stuff like that. This is one of those girls who is just attractive enough to the point where guys want to get their dick sucked by a girl. So they go to this girl because she's got low self-esteem, but she's a little bit attractive, and she'll just do whatever they want for these guys because she thinks she's really attractive and thinks she's really popular by giving these guys blowjobs, by giving these guys her pussy. This is the girl that I see in high school where they're not that attractive, but they're just attractive enough to get the attention of guys, and the guys just use them to get a blowjob, and that is it, and then they're done.
They get the attention.
Yeah, like, I remember when I was talking to you one time, and you were talking about some post that this chick put on Facebook, and it said something like, it's blowjob season or something like that. Do you remember talking to me about that? So, that's what I imagine this girl, that's what I imagine Elle King would put on her Facebook profile before she made this song. She's just like, it's blowjob season, because every single guy in her high school is probably going to say, hey, can I get a blowjob? And she's going to say yes, because that's what she thinks is what makes her popular. That's the only reason why she's popular. Because she is willing to give literally anything to any guy that comes up to her.
It's like
we need to get this.
And that's what I see in that. That's the first thing that just shot into my mind when I was watching that music video. Is that all those guys are just... She's like acting like, oh, I'm the best baby that they ever got, or some shit like that, or whatever the fuck she says. They always want to come, but they never want to leave. Yeah, they always want to come in your pussy because you just open it up to literally anybody. Right at the
throw it out there.
Right at the beginning... Right at the beginning of the music video, she's like in a car with a guy and she's like, get out. And the guy's like, okay. And what I imagine happening is she just got done giving the guy a hand job. And so he's just done. So.
Yeah, she was driving stick shift and automatic. That's what they call it.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts about her. It just, like, she's just making herself worse off by singing this song, because she's just sexualizing herself even more and putting it out there even more that she is just one of those girls that you can literally just say, hey, I'm kind of popular, will you suck my cock if it makes you think that you're more popular? And she just automatically says yes and sucks the guy off. And then she thinks that she is so attractive, so popular, so fucking hip, that she is like amazing now, even though it's just because she will suck any guy off for any reason whatsoever.
She'll suck him off. The vibe I was getting was like, from what you were saying, was yeah, that's totally true.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress.
Basically, like the timeline is out where she would go to a party that she finagled her way into somehow in high school, because she might have been friends with one of the popular girls when they were like in kindergarten, first, second, third grade, and then the popular girl was like, oh, she's my friend, let her to the party. She'd go make a fucking mess out of herself, black out, hook up with the guy, suck his dick, and then the next day they'd all be like, they'd be talking about the story, and she'd be like trying to fit in, and be like, oh, I was such a slut last night, I sucked Sean's dick.
Yeah, this is what this was my thoughts. You're just getting it out a little bit better than I was. But
yeah,
so
what happens is the guys, so what happens is the girls are like, oh, don't invite her to the fucking party. She threw up in my bathroom and passed out on my parents' bedroom floor, and what the fuck? But the guys are like, oh yeah, dude, bring her to the party. She'll suck anyone's dick. All you have to do is ask her. So she keeps getting invited to these parties and just keeps making a mess of herself and thinks she's getting the good attention that she's like seeking by like getting invited to parties. But in actuality, they're just inviting her because they want to, break their dick off their butt.
Just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Yeah.
So I looked her up.
How do you know the Reapers?
And I'll throw some facts at you that you might not know.
Okay. This is facts of Elle King.
The Reaper threat died with Sovereign.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe her name is Elle.
I won't wait
Elle
until the
King
Reapers
is
are
what
on
she's
the
going for.
whatever.
I don't know.
to take the fight to them.
So her real name is
for a really good team.
let me look this up to make sure I got it, but I believe it's Tanner King Schneider.
That's her actual name?
Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging.
Okay.
Tanner King Schneider.
I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team.
Is the daughter of former model London King. Her musical style encompasses country, soul, rock, and blues, which it doesn't. It's pop bullshit.
No, it's just pop.
Here's
or their allegiances have changed.
here's the bomb I'm gonna drop on you. She made her acting debut
You worry about the
in Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
She was in that?
Okay.
Good.
Alongside her father, Rob Schneider.
Wait, her dad is Rob Schneider?
He's a brilliant.
Her dad is Rob Schneider.
Her actual dad.
Her actual birth father is Rob Schneider. That's why her name is Tanner L.
I haven't even
Tanner
started
Anyway, Rob Schneider kind of looks like The Rock, and if I was able to show you this,
I'm sure
I know you'd agree with me.
All right.
Okay.
What's the other thing?
It's
I
weird.
found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
The thing that I noticed about that video, because I was watching it while you were
Commander. Just
talking
like old
about
times,
it.
huh?
I can't believe
And everything you were saying
Look who's
totally
talking.
makes
I saw
sense,
you get
perfect sense.
spaced.
I 100% agree with
with
it.
a lot of strings attached.
Another
How'd you get here?
additional vibe
It all
that
fell
I
apart
got
without you, Commander.
out of the video,
Everything you stirred up, the council
is-
just wanted it gone.
and from her Twitter and
broken
shit that I
out,
was looking up,
records
a
sealed,
lot of the
I was
stuff
grounded.
she
The
posts and
Alliance
stuff
took away
is
the
about,
one thing
like,
that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I tried to
empowering
sell
women,
You
which
really
is a
trust
good
the
thing.
elusive
That's
man?
not a bad thing. empower women. Women should have the same
for sure.
But they aren't
equal
all
rights
bad.
as men. They should have
Save
all the
your
same
life.
shit. There's no arguing there from my
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, I agree.
Where
You told me last night.
she comes in the wrong with that is the fact that
She's a total
I'll kind of break
slut
it
in the
down after
video. She's a total slut
Well,
in the video.
that's one of the things that's like woman empowerment is that, oh, how come a guy can have sex with 20 girls and he's a stud, but a girl has sex with 20 guys and she's whatever. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But here's the thing. She is playing this card like there was a post about women in the top 100 and Rolling Stone or whatever the fuck Billboard made the article, and it was called
It's good to be
Selena,
lucky.
Taylor, and Elle break the boys club
we'll have to
because,
give her
like,
a
you know,
name.
the Billboard Top 100, it's all filled with men, and then like the I guess the top 10 were all guys, and like the last fucking 3 were those girls, but whatever. So she's doing all this like empower women need to be empowered kind of shit, which, like I said, is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. But music videos. Imagine if the roles were flipped,
Yeah.
where it was a guy singing and it was girls in like tiny bikinis, and she was like grabbing their butts, and they looked pretty uncomfortable. And and the dude was like putting his hand like in the girl's thong and like grabbing her ass and shit.
Yeah,
like,
really.
you know, shoving them away and spraying them with water. Like, you could argue that there are
Having
music
them
videos
fight
kind of
over
like
him.
that. But yeah, like forcing the girls to fight over the one guy. You have to kind of have a middle ground. Like, yes, you should empower women, but you shouldn't do it in a way where you're like hypersexualizing men.
You
to
can't
prove a point
bitch.
that
Yeah,
women.
you can't bitch about men
Yeah.
doing that kind of stuff if women are just allowed to do that kind of shit. If you want equality,
Yeah, you can't.
then you
shouldn't
can't
pass.
say that men can do or men can't do stuff and women can't. That's the opposite of equality. I mean, come on now. That's
Yeah,
common
it's female-
fucking
it's
sense.
female, whatever. But the thing is, like, you should be able to make that music video, but you shouldn't complain when a guy makes the same music video.
Yeah. No,
But
I'm perfectly.
if you don't
I
want the
have-
guy to make
I
a music
have-
video,
I have
don't make that
absolutely,
music
I have absolutely no problem
I've
about
been
her
looking
making
over the
that music
dossiers.
video.
I'd
In all
strongly
honesty, I
recommend
kind
starting
of like her
with
voice.
results.
She's got a
Just
unique
American
voice
Professor
that almost
We
no
know that
women
collectors
have
use some
these
kind
days
of
because
Yeah.
every girl wants to sound like
technology
fucking
to
Taylor
mobilize
Swift.
their victims.
She has a
We'll
very
need him to
unique
develop a
voice.
countermeasure to protect
And
us.
I like
That
it,
countermeasure
honestly.
will be helpless
The
if
problem I
we
had,
collect
and I don't even have a problem with the music video. It's not even a problem. It's just an observation. It's like,
Who are you?
wow, you are a girl that I know that I have run into, and I ran into those kind of girls in high school for sure. You are
Yeah,
an exact
that's what
exact
countermeasure
replication
takes control of the ship away
of girls.
Especially
And I'm going to
you.
say a name right
I
now,
do not helm the ship.
and you might agree with
Mr.
it
Moreau's
because we
talents
both
will
knew
not go to
her.
waste.
But
During
Casey
combat,
Cadena.
I operate the electronic warfare and
She's like
cyber
Casey
warfare
Cadena.
suites. Beyond that, I cannot
Yeah, I know what you're
interface
talking
with
about.
ship's systems.
where she
Observe and
was
offer analysis and
somehow
advice. Nothing more.
pushed into the popular girl group in whatever
Guessing
way,
it takes more than just
and
three of us plus
overcompensated
Joe to
for
fly
it by
this ship.
trying to, like,
The
you know,
Normandy
hook up
has a
Gabby
full crew.
Fasolini.
They're at the
Okay, there's
station
another one.
quarters.
She was chubby, not that attractive, but attractive enough where you'd be like, I'd let her blow me.
Yeah, exactly.
Jacob and I should
And
return to
she
our
was part of the
posts.
popular girl
Come
group.
find us if you have
And
any
lo and
questions.
behold, one of the sluttiest girls at the schools that we were at. But I just think that the whole, like, feminism debate is stupid because there's really, like, 3 sides to it. And it's 49% one way, 49% the other way, and 2% the third way. The first way is men that think feminism is a joke. And they're like, oh, you're a feminist, you're an idiot. You think that girls shouldn't have to ever shave their armpits and you think all men should die. They're wrong because that's not what a feminist is.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the second group, the 49%, are women who think that feminism means all men need to die.
Mhm.
And women could rule the world and we could be the best.
Yeah, they
Then
just need
there's
to go
the 2%,
asexual.
Which, yeah, there's the 2% that I'm a part of, and that people I know are a part of, that to them feminism is fucking feminism, where it doesn't mean female empowerment or misogyny or whatever, or the patriarchy. It doesn't mean that. To them, feminism means men and women are equal. The actual definition of feminism, not women get special treatment, men get special treatment. Just men and women are equals. You think of each other as equals. And this girl seems like she's a part of that 49% of women that are like, oh, we need to empower women. But the minute, like, a woman will start screaming in a guy's face when he's bringing up a logical argument, she'll be like, no, you have to shut up. And then if she starts talking and you say anything like, well, that's not true, she'll look at you and be like, oh, can I talk? Excuse me, can I talk? This is part of the patriarchy. Men always think they're going to rape me by talking to me. It's like, what are you doing? You think that because I saw you in the gym and I accidentally, did that awkward hallway shuffle with you and I said, oh, sorry about that, you think that means I'm going to fucking rape you? Really? But you're not doing anything for the women's movement or women's empowerment by hypersexualizing men or putting men in compromising situations. And the other fucking thing that pisses me off too is I guarantee she's one of the girls that says it's healthy and you're fat shaming and I'm perfectly healthy that I'm overweight. Guarantee, I 100% guarantee she's one of those girls that says that kind of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it is wrong to go up to, to say
it's wrong
oh,
to
that fat person's
it's
worth
wrong. It's
nothing.
wrong to fat hate. It is completely wrong to fat. Remember that? I don't know if I'm sure you saw it. That video of that girl who's claiming that she's not fat hating, even though she pretty much wants to kill every single fat person on the face of the planet. Do you know what video I'm talking about?
I think so.
She is just going way over the fucking top. Yeah, that is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, it's completely wrong, and yeah, it is completely wrong to fat shame. It's not wrong, however, and I'm saying this as a big guy, as a bigger guy.
Oh yeah,
it's not wrong to say, you should lose weight because of health reasons or this and that. When you spread these arguments saying like, oh, you're fat shaming just because I'm fat, I could be as healthy as an Olympic athlete and have extra weight. No, you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't. You're just spreading false arguments. But here's the thing. I'm trying to put this in a way that makes sense. It's not just a rant. In her music video, she's large. She's a fat woman. She's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's fat. She's chubby.
She's fatter. She's fatter than.
She's fatter than chubby, but she's not She's not obese, and she's overweight. That I guess that's the best thing to say.
She's overweight. Yes, she's definitely overweight. So, in her music video, all of the fucking guys that she's like going after and with and whatever
have perfect bodies.
Raping, yeah, have six packs, abs, whatever.
Yeah, they're insane.
In our society today, if there was like a chubby guy in a music video that he was singing and all the girls in the music video were fucking, supermodels, super hot girls, all these girls would be saying, you're just promoting wrong body types. Like, how the fuck is her video okay, but a guy having like models in his video isn't? Like, oh, you can't have models in yours because you're just gonna make girls be self-conscious and not, want to wear a bathing suit because they don't look like the supermodels. So it's okay to have all the guys be fucking perfectly ripped, six-pack, perfectly toned, tan guys, 6'4", super muscly. Like what's the fucking difference there? Yeah. One's a girl, one's a guy. You can't be saying like it's a feminist issue, like it's women's empowerment. You can't be saying that, because if it was a true feminist issue, you would either realize that it's just a fucking music video and you would talk to your dumbass children and say, hey, just because you don't look like that doesn't mean you can't look like that, or doesn't mean you're not as good as the person because you don't look like that. That's not what it means. But all these people think that MTV should fucking compensate for their shitty parenting and say, hey, you shouldn't put that on TV because my daughter's going to want to look like Giselle Bundchen, but I have, I can't afford braces and I'm ugly as fucking shit, so she's not going to be a looker.
You have a moment to talk?
Just fucking talk to your goddamn kids. That's like...
What are your responsibilities?
Most world problems would be solved if you just spoke to your children. If you weren't afraid to talk to your children. Like, stupid. This is so fucking dumb. But this bitch is one of those people, like Meghan Trainor, who I could also rant about forever.
That can be saved for the next episode.
Many of us may not
yeah. It's like women's empowerment. Oh,
Well,
we need to
don't
be,
just give it. If you're going to talk about it, just give it a preview, and then we'll get to it.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Meghan
You make sure
Trainor.
the crew's
I'm
okay.
talking about this girl still.
Okay.
Where it's like,
I look for
you
warning
know,
signs.
women's empowerment. This song
It's
is,
not
you
a
know,
full-time
making this
job,
music
and
video
it's
for the
most
girls. Get
effective
back
when
at the
done
guys.
We're lucky
It's
to have
like,
someone with your skills, Kelly.
why don't you just
Thank you,
do something
Shepard.
different?
What
You
else would you
know,
like to know?
but I don't like Adele.
This
I
organization
don't
is
like
a
I don't
Adele.
like Adele either,
But-
Do you
honestly.
have any concerns working for
None
them?
of her music videos
Not
are
at all.
fucking her,
Our methods
you know,
can
with
be
like
harsh.
hot
But
ass
Cerberus
guys
has
dancing
noble
around her
objectives.
with no shirts on,
We
like
look
rubbing
out
on
for
her, and
human
her
interests.
songs aren't about
Yeah.
like,
Human
yeah,
technology, save
all these
human
guys
lives.
love my pussy
They're
and my
good
tits.
goals.
I'm
even though
gonna
400 pounds. Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I had this same exact conversation with Sherelle because I compared Ellie King to kind of like Adele because Adele, I don't like her. Her music just doesn't appeal to me. That's the only reason why. I don't think she's a bad
Yeah, I
person
just
or anything
don't
like
like
that. I just don't like her music. But
great singer.
she's a great
don't
singer.
like
She has a
Like
great
Cerberus
voice.
wants to dominate all aliens.
But I
Leave
compared
kind on
Ellie
top.
King to Adele.
Cerberus looks out for
But
you.
Adele is so
But that
much
doesn't
more
mean we hate
classy
aliens.
than
My
this
sister
Elle
started a
King
dog
girl.
shelter, but
Because
she
this
got
Elle
past
King
it.
girl, and I think
love
that
human
I
rights.
honestly think
I
that
also
Adele was
love
probably
Asari,
some of this
Orion,
girl's
Turian, Solarian,
inspiration.
Hanar. That
Because
isn't
she's
in
kind
conflict with
the
Cerberus
same
ideals.
vibe type as her, and you can't say
That's a
that
very positive
that
attitude.
did not have some
What
kind of
can I say?
influence on
I'm a
her.
people person.
But I
Anything
had
else
this
you'd
same
like to
But the
exact
thing
conversation
is-
with Sherelle.
How do you feel about
There's a
being
lot of
assigned to
people
the
that would say the conversation
I was
we're having
handpicked by the
and
use
our
of
opinion
the
on it is just
greatest
wrong. Like,
Oh
they
yeah,
could say,
sure.
you know, like,
How do I
oh,
feel?
you aren't allowed to, you can't
Honored,
think that.
exhilarated,
Like,
terrified.
you have
But
to
mostly
think
I
that
feel
because she's
encouraged.
comfortable
Under
dancing
your
around and blah, blah,
leadership,
blah, blah,
we
blah.
can't fail.
Don't worry.
It's like, what
We'll
the
defeat
fuck,
the
dude?
Galactans.
You're not
I trust you
empowering
implicitly.
women, you're
The moment I met you,
I guess
I knew I could close
depowering
my eyes,
men.
fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
whatever the word.
Now that's an enticing
Would be-
thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Depowering.
Maybe
You'd
we'll
be,
talk
well, I don't know.
All right, time to come to a conclusion. And our conclusion is that just Elle King, she's just a slut. I mean that's my conclusion on it. I mean, yeah, her
Yeah.
video, I can see the argument that she's like empowering women, but I also have an argument in that she is just kind of putting a roadblock out to promoting women, and that she's just so goddamn slutty. She just is basically having sex with these guys the entire fucking music video. There's like 20 sexual innuendos within the first 30 seconds of the video. She probably
Yeah.
just got done giving a blowjob or a hand job to the guy that was in the car with her right when the video started. So she's just working. She may have a video that seems like it's promoting women, but in reality, to me, and I have nothing against women. I love women. I'm a women enthusiast, and I can't say that enough. But she just, to me, seems like she is trying to promote women, but completely and utterly failing in every possible aspect of it. And that is my conclusion to Elle King's video, or Ellie King's video, of X's and O's. And I hope that you all enjoyed that discussion of Elle King and her music video. If you haven't seen it, maybe go give it a watch and see if you agree with me and Trevor on this hot topic issue. But anyways, we will talk to you next time on the Mass Effect series, and this will probably be the last time I ever do an outro because I also hate outros. So fuck me. Alright. Bye bye.
Fucking intros, fucking.